Hi, I'm Cathal Leslie from Canberra. I've wanted to do comedy for a long time. My friends and family told me for a long time that I should do it, and yeah, after 10 or so years, I finally plucked up the courage to give it a try. Made it here. Now I can bomb in front of 300 people. Oh, 1,000 people. I've done very few performances. Yeah, only a handful. So yeah, this is a really big deal to me.
When your name gets called, go on stage. If you freak out and forget, I'll tap you on the shoulder or just kind of vaguely push you in the direction of the stage.
Cool. Straight out of Canberra, please welcome Cathal Leslie.
2022, big year for me personally. I became a dad at the start of the year. Thank you. I gotta tell you, it's tough, you know, a lot of tough decisions you have to make as a parent. Recently, my wife and I decided that we would not vaccinate our son because we believe that it's safer and better for his long-term health if a doctor does it. We learned that from the circumcision. Yeah, 2022, COVID's obviously still a big thing. I think it's fair to say it's changed our lives in very profound ways. For example, my workplace banned hugging, which is nice, I think, because it applies to more than just me this time. But I think one of the stranger things about the last 2 years has been all the weird hobbies that people have gotten into. Like my twin brother thought it'd be really cool to start doing drugs, which is bad because we used to be identical twins. Now we're more like one of those compare the pair superannuation advertisements. Well, like, I've put my money in a balanced industry super fund that delivers 6.8% returns annually, whereas he's put his money into heroin, which is a terrible super fund. No, I'm exaggerating. He's not doing heroin, but he's microdosing a bunch of stuff. If you're unfamiliar, basically he takes tiny doses of drugs every day in the belief that it'll make him interesting. But the really insidious thing about microdosing is our family didn't even know that he had a drug problem until about 2 months ago when we were at a party together. It's hard for me to share. He accidentally took way too much, and he had a great time. Life of the party. But I don't want to insinuate that microdosing is victimless. It's not. It's certainly been a difficult time for his drug dealer, right? No one wants to be a microdose dealer. That's kind of like if I went to a gelato shop, tried one of the samples, and then was like, that really hit the spot. Let's do this again tomorrow? Yeah, I think one of the best things about the last 2 years was the time for reflection. So I remembered back to when I struggled to get my first job out of high school. So for a bit of context to this story, I come from a very privileged background, which some people say makes me out of touch. But they're wrong, because I actually grew up in a working class neighborhood, which was exactly why my parents chose to live there, because they felt that it was so important to keep a close eye on their investment properties. Anyways, the kids in my neighborhood were poor. So poor that their parents forced them to work from the age of 13 just to help cover the family bills, which was a tragedy. For me, as an 18-year-old going for my first job, I'm competing against kids my age with 5 years of work experience, and they're flooring me. Which I know is kind of classic, right? Yet another example, working class kids getting a leg up from their poor fucking parents. And it's horseshit, right? Because McDonald's doesn't care what experience you have. They just want something on your resume to prove you're a normal person that won't stick your dick in a burger. So I did what anyone would do, and I made a fraudulent resume. But I knew that I couldn't put down fake McDonald's experience on there, because the interviewers would be able to ask those tough questions that only an employee could know, like, I don't know, what animal a chicken nugget comes from, and be exposed. So I thought I needed a fake job that everyone's kind of heard of, but no one really knows the details of. And I thought of beekeeping. So I made this CV and I filled it with a bunch of fake beekeeping experience and buzzwords. And I sent it everywhere. And here's the thing, it actually fucking worked. That's how I got my first job. As a beekeeper. Thanks very much, everybody.
Honestly, I'm speechless. I'm just, like, before I go on stage, I'm like, I'm never doing this again, but that felt so good. Yeah, just the anxiety's gone.